Our Australia correspondent, Rochelle Harrison-Pless, has been following this story for us. She joins us now from Sydney. Rochelle, first of all, talk us through some of the arguments that have been put forward in court today.
Well, today's urgent hearing in the federal court was Novak Djokovic's last-ditch bid to avoid deportation. His lawyer, Nick Wood, ripped into the immigration minister's reasons for cancelling his visa, arguing that there's not enough evidence to prove that Djokovic is an anti-vaccination figurehead or that he has the potential to stir anti-vaccination sentiment, adding that the minister failed to consider the angry response and unrest that could come from deporting Djokovic. The Serbs' lawyer also said that the minister sought no new clarification from Djokovic about his current views on vaccination. But returning Serb, the government's lawyer, said that the minister did not just rely on Djokovic's public statements to assume an opposition to vaccination, but rather examined his actions, the fact that he is still unvaccinated at this stage during the pandemic and that he could be vaccinated by now if he wanted to be. The lawyer for the government also said that Djokovic has a recent history of ignoring COVID safety measures. That's a reference to the tennis player attending a public event and giving a face-to-face interview last month, despite knowing that he had tested positive to COVID-19.
And Rochelle, we should perhaps just remind our viewers that the countdown clock to the opening day of the Australian Open in Melbourne is ticking louder as we await this crucial verdict. Just where, though, do we go from here?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, after 5 hours of legal arguments, the hearing is now adjourned. The court said it may reconvene later this afternoon or perhaps later this evening or even tomorrow morning. But the Chief Justice has said that he hopes to hand down a decision later today. Now, whatever the outcome, as this case was heard in front of a full bench of 3 judges, it means that the judge's decision is final and that there is no right of appeal. Meanwhile, the Australian Open is set to kick off tomorrow morning, but yet it is on the brink of losing one of its best players, its star player in Novak Djokovic, and organisers are only releasing the schedule for day one now, which is much, much later than usual, meaning that all of the other players have been left in limbo while this saga has been playing out.
OK, Rochelle Harrison-Pless, our correspondent in Sydney, Australia. Thank you very much.